everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So for today's flow, I decided to do my go-to 2020 yoga sequence. A while back I posted my 2018 yoga sequence. If you want to check that out, link in description. And today I decided, you know what, let me do an updated version of the flow that I do for myself as of now. And as of now, I try to hit flexibility as for getting into my splits and strength, and I like to specifically target my shoulders and hips. So that's the type of flow that you can see out of today's video. I'm so excited to flow with you guys, and thank you along for taking the time out of your day to flow with me. So let's get started. So we're going to start in kneeling position, and we're going to hold here, hands on top of your knees for 3 deep breaths. And the reason why I like to start out with this is to just relax and to allow myself the opportunity to just tune into my breath and allow the flow to go as far and as deep as I need to. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, with your right hand, grab your left wrist and lean to the right side. Look up if you'd like. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, with your left hand, grab your right wrist and lean to the left. Look up if you like. Inhale, really reach for the sky. Exhale into a wide leg child's pose. So that means your knees are going to the edge of the mat. Hold here. Really grounding down into your mat, allowing your body to just relax and melt. Because now we're going to do 8 child pose push-ups. So the way you do that is you just bring yourself forward and then tricep push-up. That's 1. And then bring yourself back. Bring yourself forward, push-up. 2. It's also like an assisted tricep push-up. 3. 4. Halfway there. 5. If your feet come off the mat, that's okay. 6. 7. Last one. 8. Now we'll go into tabletop position. Bring your right arm up, stretch to the sky, and then bring your right arm through. And if you guys want, you can bind your right arm, so just bring your right arm to your left hip. Back into tabletop. Left arm up, reach for the sky, and then bring it through. And if you want, you can bind your left arm, so bring your left arm to your right hip. Okay, back into tabletop position. And we're going to transition into our first downward dog. So bring your hips up, parallel your feet back and forth. And then here, I'm gonna do 5 downward dogs into dolphin. And this will help bring us strength into our upper body and also help with our shoulder mobility. Okay. 1, so you just bring your elbows down. 2, 3, 4, 1 more. 5. Now take a deep breath in your downward facing dog. Now, in your downward facing dog, bring your left leg up, and we'll go into a three-legged dog. Now, bend your knee so your foot's touching your butt to give a little bit of a hip stretch. And then exhale as you bring your left leg in between your hands, and we go into a low lunge, bringing your knee down onto the mat and placing your foot down. And then bring your hands to your hips. And it's okay if your knee is a little bit over your ankle, just because we're not going to be in this position for very long, and we're doing it more to stretch out the hips. So this will be the one time, but it's an exception to the rule. Exhale into halfway split. Inhale into low lunge. Exhale into halfway split. Inhale into low lunge. Exhale into halfway split. Now, if you have your splits on your left side, this is where I'm going to allow you guys to try it out. If not, then I would do inhale, low lunge, exhale, halfway split, or whatever position you feel like gives you the most stretch, then I would stay into there. But for everyone who has their left split, bring your left leg forward and fall into your split. And we'll hold this for 2 breaths. I like to lean forward to stretch out the calf and the hamstring a little bit more. Now, good job. So bring your left foot back up, and we're now going to face the side of the mat in a wide leg stance. Inhale, reach. Exhale, goddess pose. And this is going to prep us for our middle split. Inhale, reach. Exhale, goddess pose. Then swing side to side, just so we can stretch out the hips, bring the hips a little bit alive. Inhale one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your elbows into a ragdoll. Now, if you have your middle split, I'll suggest that you guys fall into your middle split. If not, then I recommend staying into ragdoll, doing that forward fold, or if you want to go into goddess pose and have your hands on your hips and sway your hips side to side, just so you can start opening up your hips. Now, for whoever has middle split, let's go down into that split. Oh, sorry, baby. For me, I have the split, but I just can't seem to hold it for very long. One more breath. Okay, now hold the back of your knees to bring your legs in a little bit, and then we're going to place our hands to the right side. Oh, say hi to Lexi, everyone. Right here. And then we're going to bring our legs back into high plank. Oh, baby, you have to move. Excuse me. And then we're going to do our first chaturanga. So down to the floor, or bring your knees to the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now take a deep breath right here as we realign and get ready for the next side of this practice. So now bring your right leg up into three-legged dog, and then bend your knee, heel to butt, so we can stretch out the hamstrings and hips a little bit. And then place your right foot in between your hands, bringing your left knee down. We're going into low lunge and bringing your foot down. So inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, halfway split, bringing your foot up. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, halfway split. One more time. Inhale, low lunge, exhale, halfway split. And the goal of the halfway split is to bring your chest to your leg, not your knee, not like this, but with a straight back. Now, if you have your right split, I'll recommend you guys to go into your right split. If not, choose one of the two moves that we just did that you feel like benefited you the most. And I have my right split, but it's not as pretty as my left split. So when you guys are ready, go into your right split. And we'll hold for 2 deep breaths. Okay, and now we're going to face forward, so come out of your right split. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stretch up. Bring your legs together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway with your index finger and middle finger. Grasp your big toe. Exhale, letting your elbows fall out. Now we're going to do a little twist to the left. So just opening up to the left side. Now opening up to the right side. And then facing towards the back of your mat to the right. And we're going to go into high plank and just do a little bit of core work. So bring your left leg up, knee to nose, tie your curl box, and then we're going to do 5 times, bringing our knee to each side of the mat. So left, right, 1, left, right, 2, left, right, 3, left, right, 4, 1 more, right, 5, back into high plank, right leg goes up, knee to nose, tiger curl box, bringing your leg to the right side of the mat, 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 1 more, 4, 5, back into high plank. Now chaturanga. Chest or knees to the ground. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then now walk your feet to your hands and then lay down to the back of your mat. And for here, I want you guys to go to your mat very slowly. So try going at the same tempo as me, just so we can really activate the core and allowing one vertebrae at a time to hit the mat. Okay, good job. And now let's bring our knees to our chest, rock side to side, back and forth a little bit, whatever you feel like is necessary. Now I'm going to want you guys to bring your knees to your ears. Hold the lower part of your back or your sacrum. And just hold it for 1 deep breath. Now if you guys can go into plow pose, this is where we're going to do plow pose. If not, just stay into this position. So to do plow pose, you're extending your legs over your head, holding your sacrum or lower back, and allowing your feet to touch the floor if you can, or you can hold it, whatever is best for you. Then we're going to hold it here for a little bit. Now bring your knees back to your ears and then slowly bring your lower half to the ground, being very careful with your back, and then bringing your legs to the ground. And then we'll bring our upper body up, and we'll now do a fold. So inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, coming forward. And we'll hold it for here for a little bit. And remember, the goal for here is not to have an arched spine. If you need to, bend your legs a bit. If you need to be like this, allowing your chest to touch your quads until you're able to bring your chest to your quads in a straight legged position. Okay, now bring yourself up. And now we're going to go back to our backs. Bringing your left knee to your chest and squeezing your knee to your chest. Bring your left arm out and bring your left leg to the right side of your body, allowing your head facing the left. We'll hold it here for a couple breaths. Bring your knees back into your chest. And then straighten your left leg out and bring it down to your face. We'll hold it here for at least one deep breath. Then bring your left leg out to the side. Hold it for one deep breath. Now switch legs. Bring your right knee to your chest and squeeze your knee to your chest. Now bring your right knee to the left side of your body, extending your right arm out and looking to the right side. Now bringing your right knee back to your chest, extending your right leg and bring it down to your face. To the right side of your body. And then bringing it back down. And then this will be our last pose before we get into Shavasana. And this is a different pose that I like to do because I feel like it just stretches everything out and adds a little bit more tension. So what we'll do is bring our left leg like this. So you're in a figure 4 shape. Bring your right leg underneath it. And then we're just going to twist like this. While you're twisting your legs, and we're not going to hold it for very long, bringing support to your lower back or your sacrum. Okay, coming back down. Now bring your right leg into a figure 4, the left leg comes behind it. Push yourself back up, holding to your lower back or sacrum. And right here is just stretching out the quads, stretching out the hammies, your hips, get into this little bit of an inversion. Now bring your legs back down. And then if you guys want to go in traditional Shavasana or corpse pose, that's fine. What I like to do is bringing the balls of my feet together and creating some form of a diamond in with my legs. That way I'm stretching out the groin and the hamstrings a little bit. Bringing my hands outwards, palms facing the sky as I fall into Shavasana. Now here you can hold it for as long as you like. Pause the video if you want. And just inhale and exhaling, thanking yourself for the practice you've just done and letting me thank you for allowing me to be with you during your yoga flow today. Allowing your body to melt into the ground as we are grounding at the end of our sequence, just like we grounded at the beginning of our sequence. like I said, if you want to still stay into Shavasana, you're allowed to. Or if you're ready to come up, start wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your wrists, moving your head side to side, and slowly come back up into a comfortable seated position. Like I mentioned, thank you again for doing this yoga flow with me. This is what I've been doing for my yoga flows. If I just wanted to do a yoga sequence, I feel like it hits everything that I'm aiming for as a yogi. Each yoga flow we do hits and targets different things depending on how we're feeling. So thank you all again for flowing with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hands to heart center. Namaste.